Hello everyone, this is Joe Rapisarda again. Today I want to talk to you about conflicts in relationships in our lives. We all experience conflicts at one time or another, whether it's a fight with a bully or just a disagreement with a husband or wife or a nagging brother or sister, or even a job that you don't like or a boss that's bothering you. It's any type of an experience to where we're just not happy with the outcome of what's happening and it seems to be ongoing. So when we experience these things, most people choose to have anger or lash out or whatever, and what a lot of people do is they bury negative feelings of anger or resentment or whatever, and they just kind of bury them within themselves. What they don't realize is that through the law of attraction, the feelings that you send out, the thoughts and emotions and things like that you send out for others, they come back to you and they bury themselves deep inside you, and that's not good for you as a person, and not good for your physical body. So we have to learn how to ways to deal with this. And so when we have situations like this, there are three ways that we can deal with it. The first thing we can do is that we can try to change the behavior of the other person to fit the reality that we consider to be appropriate. It's never usually a good idea, because when you try to change someone else, you're basically telling them that what you want them to do. And in reality, everyone is in charge of themselves, and they really only truly change when they want to do it. So you either won't be able to change them at all, or a lot of times they'll do it begrudgingly and then later on resent you, and you'll have problems down the line as well. So the first option is never usually the best one to do. The second option is to change the way you view the behavior of the situation you're experiencing. So if it's a job or a husband or wife or whatever, you could just look for the good points of what's happening. For a job, you can say, this job's helping me pay the bills, and there's a lot of people out of work right now, and I feel fortunate for this, and I'm going to look for the good sides of it. If it's a husband or wife, you can say, yeah, they do these certain things that make me angry, but I'm going to see the good in them, and I love them, and I enjoy being a part of their lives. And you choose to see the bright side of things. You choose to see things as the glass is half full rather than half empty. The other option that you can do, if you cannot change the other person and you cannot change their behavior, the other option is to distance yourself from that situation, or just basically to leave. Now, this may be easier when you have a job, and say, well, you know what, I'm going to get a new job. But sometimes even that's not simple, because you have bills to pay and you have a family support and things like that. When it comes down to family members, such as brother or sister or husband or wife, and that's not working out for you, that's difficult too, because you can't just pick up and walk out of their lives. You usually have to be emotionally ready to do that. There's implications financially with kids, there's emotions, all the rest of that stuff. So you kind of have to think that through. But the bottom line is that you have to be in control of yourself. No one's going to take care of you but you. And so what you really need to do in the long run is to be aware that you're making decisions that affect your own life, rather than having life just make decisions that make you. So think about the implications of things that you're going to do, and then act accordingly. So I hope that this video blog has been helpful today. If you have any questions, you can always email me at focusandfeel@gmail.com. I look forward to talking to you again. Hello everyone, this is Joe Rapisarda again. Today I want to talk to you about conflicts in relationships in our lives. We all experience conflicts